and the best of the best achieved victories now etched in UAAP history. The end of the first semester tournaments marked the beginning of a new quest for UAAP athletes. To be more was to give more and gear up for SEA Games gold. But as we celebrated triumphs and learned from each battle, we suddenly faced a new war no one wanted to wage, and no one had a game plan for.
Here are the latest COVID-19 pandemic updates making headlines in the Philippines.
Unfortunately, the pandemic really hit us, or hit all the countries in the world. So basically, we had to cancel.
The decision was made as early as March 14 when classes were suspended. Automatic cancellation na yung season 82. Natapos na right then and there. When the government declared the extension of the ECQ on April 7.
That's really hard on everyone because not just for the student athletes, not just for the school, it's also hard for the fans.
For me, when I first found out that UAP was going to be canceled, it was frustrating and heartbreaking. I'm sure a lot of athletes felt the same way just because we were preparing for months.
No trainings, no games, walang football for more than 3 months, which is nakasanayan na talaga ng katawan, physically and mentally. But we know that all of this has a purpose, and that is to ensure everyone's safety and health.
And faced with a new kind of battle, the spirit of a true athlete rises to every challenge.
Imbes po na ma-down ako kasi hindi ako nakapaglaro sa first UAAP ko. Ang pumasok po sa mind ko is okay lang, may purpose lahat na nangyayari sa atin.
So this year around, just because of the cancellation of the season doesn't mean it's totally over. My way of fighting back is sort of believing that there's better things for me to come in the future.
May time pa tayo na i-train yung sarili natin, palakasin kung ano yung mga weakness natin.
Nag-encourage po sa akin para purso po is yun sa mga in my friends and my teammates and also my coach. Sinasabi po sa akin na mag-training ka lang, makafight pa rin po kami during UAAP po next season po.
With the gyms na sarado pa sa province namin, so I have to improvise ng mga equipments, yan po. Kasi I keep reminding myself na dapat hindi pwede pabayaan yung workout, yung mga trainings.
And it's not just following, it's also giving your 101% every time they tell you what to do in terms of training.
Now, especially because we have so much time, we can try to make use of them wisely and try to figure out ways to help other people as well.
Bilang student athlete, lagi tayong malayo sa pamilya natin. So ito na yung chance natin na baka ito na yung para bigyan naman natin silang ng time.
Even if there are no upcoming competitions for my fellow athletes, dapat we should encourage other people to rin and believe that there will be an even greater opportunity for us in the sports world after this pandemic.
I keep telling myself na hardships will always be part of life and that lahat ng mga sacrifices ko will be worth it. Saka, I just have to remind myself with the people na nag-inspire sa akin to do better every day.
And all we can do is stay strong. Trust God.
Let's use this pandemic as an advantage for us to meditate, train ourselves, write our plans and goals.
Hindi naman natatapos dito yung laban natin. Hindi lang naman dito natatapos yung pangarap natin. So, kailangan push pa rin kung ano man yung dumating sa buhay natin. And then, kailangan natin lagpasan.
Sisiguraduhin namin na pagbalik ng UAAP season, higitan pa namin yung training namin ng season 82 para may goal kami na dapat makamit.
To my fellow student athletes na mag-strive lang sila ng mag-strive. Never give up on their dreams. Let us continue the work we started. It will be all worth it.
To the fellow athletes, I know we're all struggling. I know we're all frustrated probably. But just also remember that we're all in the same situation and that I'm sure sports will come back soon. So we have something to look forward.
A season doesn't mean because no one was declared champion in certain events na hindi na siya tapos. At the end of it, we had a complete season. These athletes trained hard. They are part of UAAP Season 82. Hindi sila nawala. Nandun sila.
And during this crisis, UAAP athletes and alumni have responded with a kind of teamwork not seen on the court, but felt by those in need.
What happened with the pandemic is that we had students or student athletes stepping up outside of the playing area. They were working for the school and helping the community relief goods, sending, repacking relief goods, giving relief goods outside of their campus in Manila itself. So dun mo pa lang makikita na iisipin mo, they got stuck. They weren't able to go home. But at the end of it, they were helping the community.
It speaks of the values that were taught to them not only by the UAAP but by the individual member schools who comprise the UAAP.
They were helping the community. So good. I think that is all for more.
The UAAP takes this important pause, and just like in any game, this timeout is an opportunity to bounce back and win.
The UAAP also is pressing the reset button. We will be back, stronger than ever.
We say to this pandemic, we say to the world, we say to the dark forces that are about these days, all for more. This will always be our rallying refrain. All, which is all of ourselves, all of our community, not just our athletic or academic selves, but our entire person, our schools, our nation. We also say for, and not just for survival, but for a new life, a new world that will surely emerge out of it. And we say more. We still say more. Never just less, never just good. Always the better choice. Always